We've removed our template, cut some wood, and laid the template on top of the wood and traced it. Now, I wasn't worried about this being perfectly straight because I knew this would be. So I will shape the back accordingly. This goes against the seat. Now I have the option to cut speaker holes or whatever I want to do. I'll worry about that later. Generally, I don't like speakers up here. I like the car really clean. So I'm going to find other places to put speakers, like in between the seats. Right there is where speakers go. Right here in the front dash. See down there, I got a speaker in the kickboard and the same on the passenger side. And I'll find somewhere else to put maybe some woofers. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're going to cut this out, shave it down, make it nice. So it's going to be a slow fitting, just like we did everything else. Cut it a little bit wide, shave it, shave it, shave it, shave it, Dremel, Dremel, Dremel. That's how we're going to do it. Okay. Got the piece cut out that was traced. Cut out. Now, using the rough edge to smooth out, shave it down where the cut is not straight. I can use the Dremel to straighten that out. But again, we're going to go a little bit at a time, nice and slow. I'm going to use the Dremel to get a little closer to this line, find it out. But going to do some test fits just to make sure we on mark. Okay, got more overhang than I'd like, but I don't know how much I can tolerate with the seat not being up. So it may be okay. We're just gonna find out. But that's kind of how it's gonna look with the seat up. So there is some room for overhang. But this is what's more important. See this gap right here? And this gap. I'm gonna try to trim this down a little bit. See if we can slide this back more, which obviously I'm gonna have to take these corners in too, just to get a little bit of a better fit. But I don't know if I'm pushing my luck because it looks pretty good other than that. Okay, try to show it to you from the inside. This is the actual wood fitted in behind the seat. Now understand this is gonna lift up because this is gonna have one, this has to be locked into place. But I'll get out, show you. Oh, through the back glass. And you know, once we hook it, because there are hooks on the back of the seat, it'll be more flush. And then obviously it's gonna have it's gonna lift up a little bit because it's gonna have padding, and then the vinyl over it. So the next step is going to be cleaning all this sawdust up all over the garage, cleaning all that up. Why? Because the next part is gluing. And, you know, that's going to mix into the glue and just make a mess, like it's sawdust all over this phone. Now prepping for the foam before we go to this is the upholstery process. Now again, this is not my forte, but remember, this is your car. You can do what you want to do. So it's going to be some people in there, oh, that's not how you do it, blah, 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 blah. You can leave comments and, you know, give me some good ideas. But the bottom line, remember, this is do-it-yourselfer. This is people at home. And it's your car. You can do it however you want to do it. And based on how these turn out, depend on, if this is advice you want to take. But to make sure that I have the proper inside, I wrote passenger on the front. This is the trunk piece. And then the back, so when I cover it up, if I can't see through this padding is to make sure that the vinyl goes over it smoothly and not catched or get pinched or sliced by the wood. So I did the same thing with the driver. The other side says driver. So I know what the backs are because nothing's going to cover this up. It'll just kind of fold over like that and get stapled down. Got my staple out. You can use a regular staple gun. I have an air staple gun that I rarely use. As you can see, it's like brand new. So I'm going to go ahead and put that to some use. Don't have any affiliation with this company, but the reason why I got it, it particularly said car headliners, foam, rubber, felt, cork, ceramics. So this is what I'm going to use. Generally, you spray it on this. You spray it on this. Wait till they're both tacky, then you put them together. And then I'm going to let them sit, slice around, bring the edges over, staple them down, staple them along the edge so they're nice and good. Put them in, test fit them again, and then you do the same thing with the actual vinyl. I decided to try this foam as a base to go under the upholstery. So these are the pieces. I got, of course, the back label so I didn't upholster the wrong side. And this is the padding that goes up under the upholstery. I used the Gorilla Glue, which I have no particular affiliation with this company. It's just I read it, and in particular, it said it's for car headliners, foam, rubber. So this is foam, and I think this will probably be less degradable over time. So I'm giving it a try. If not, I can always take it loose and do it again. Remember, it's your car. So here's the back driver piece, and just laid it out. Took a regular razor blade, cut around the edges. The way that you use this is you spray it onto both sides. You spray it onto what's being upholstered and you spray it on the foam. Wait like 3 minutes when it's tacky, then you stick them together. Don't like spray it and just put it right on there. Or spray one side and put it on there. You spray both sides, wait a couple of minutes, then put them together. I'm leaving it face down for a little bit, then I just cut around it, pull the edges over tightly, and then using the staple gun, regular staple gun, and hit here. I was going to use my air staple gun, but yeah, there's no reason to get that fancy. Much easier to use the handheld one. And so what I'm going to do is trim these little extra pieces. Don't worry about that, because all this is getting covered up anyway. And this is the back also. So this is what the front looks like. It doesn't have to be anything real thick, just something to make sure that it's laying out the vinyl really smooth.